He redshirted his first year here, right? Then he played as a freshman. He'll tell you himself he was lost as can be. But last year you saw a huge jump. This year you see another huge jump. When a guy goes as hard as he goes and he's as talented as he is, because he's a talented guy, and this guy's threshold for work is insane. Those catapult numbers, measure, it's like that Iron Man thing that they wear, on that patch and that battery. I don't even know what it does, but either way, it shows you the figures at the end of practice and where he is, his ability to push, and it measures your impact force. It measures how much you accelerate, when you accelerate, how many yards you ran at a certain mile per hour. This guy's moving, and he's moving people, and he's moving them at a really steady and hard pace. So the use of his hands, his pad level, getting his feet in the ground, his balance and body control, probably the biggest thing that he's addressed over the course of the offseason. He's always been a physical guy. I mean, he chases you up and down the field. He really is a guy that, I'm sure people don't like to play against him because he's on you all day. He's relentless. He's not going to stop. He's not going to stop. He has endless battery, a tremendous motor. So, and honestly, he's another guy. I think his best football's ahead of him. It really is. I mean, and because he grinds at it, but I could go on and on about him because he's what you want every player on your team to be like. This guy is a true professional in his approach to what he does on a daily basis. And I point at him, at Throck, and at Jake Hansen, who have been here now 4 years. Those guys approach it like pros. And they are great examples for our young guys. And we force our young guys to see that and study the way that those guys handle their daily obligation. I'm talking about from getting here early to making sure that they eat the right stuff. They're putting on those recovery boots, the night before the game. They get in the ice ups when they're supposed to. They have a certain film regimen that they conduct amongst themselves. These guys are complete and utter pros, and it's paying off in the way he's playing.
Is Cyrus's effectiveness on the goal line just a simple byproduct of he's your guys' biggest back? And what's he got to do like down the road to kind of evolve into an early down backs for you guys? I mean, obviously you guys have talented guys in front of him there, but where's the next step for him?
I think he is an early down back. We do. I think he's an every down back. And those other two guys have earned some playing time. Cyrus is working himself and earning some playing time as well. There's no hesitation on our staff to put Cyrus in right away as a first down back. He is bigger than the other guys, which is, obviously down the short yardage and goal line. So if we have used him, he's earned it. And at the same time, it's, you want to get as many guys as possible playing. And it has to be earned as well. Obviously, that's at the forefront of everything. But, I think his role as time goes on will increase more and more. The guy's like a tremendous special teams player as well. A lot of juice, well respected by his teammates. He's got, for a freshman, he's got a good-sized role on this football team. He really does. Very valuable guy.
You're 10th in the country in third down conversions offensively, and it's I think like a 10% increase from last season. Mm-hmm. What do you attribute the improvement for? Can you maybe explain what your guys are doing well in that situation?
Yeah, well, attention to detail on first and second down is getting us into more manageable third downs. That's number one, right? Your third down conversion will always be related to what you do on the previous couple of downs. Protection, I would say the way we finish, the way we game plan, the way our players take in the game plan, the way they study it, our processes leading up all the way to game day and through game day. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it. Third down efficiency is, as you know, if you look at college football, success on offense has been greatly attributed to third down efficiency and explosive plays, right? And those are two things that we made it a goal to lead the conference and lead the country in as best that we can. So the work is paying off. We put a lot of, third down is such a different down, right? The red zone is such a different situation. Those are two things that we're always going to spend an extraordinary amount of time on, and you'll see that we're probably very different on third down than what you see us do on first and second down. We don't. We take a lot of pride in that, and we feel that we can be better. We feel that we could be a lot better, so we got to work at it harder.
Time for two more. Are we Ryan?
Mario, fair or not, since the playoff was put into place, the national narrative usually focuses on which teams are going to be in the playoff, and once you lose a game like Washington at Auburn or Stanford at Notre Dame, you're going to kind of get out of the mix there, at least from a perception standpoint. How important do you think it is for the Pac-12 to get in there every year, and how hard is it with 9 conference games?
I think it's important. I think for us, because we have 9 conference games, every single week's a playoff game for us out here. I think if anyone looks at any differently than that, or if anybody starts looking past that, you're going to step in a pothole. You're going to trip and fall. The Pac-12 is too competitive. There's too much parity in the Pac-12 to look on down the road. Is it important to get in there? Absolutely, and it's everybody's goal. We all want that. So I think the drive behind it, the work that's going on behind the scenes to get there, it's always going to be relentless. It's a big goal for all of us, and it should be. I don't think you temper expectations. I don't think you try to. I don't know. I think the playoffs are a great thing. I was lucky enough to be a part of it for a few years, and we that's one of our big goals as well. So I think heck, it's there for a reason. There's a lot of research behind it. Let's do our best so we can get there.
In the middle, James, last question.
Before the season, Washington's receiver core had a lot of questions, just didn't have a lot of proven weapons. But right out of the gate, Aaron Fuller has quickly emerged for them. And in that opening game that you referenced, he really ate alive one of the better secondaries in the country. Mm-hmm. And across the board, it wasn't just one player. Some of the better guys in coverage in college football, he matched up with unbelievably well for a 5'11" receiver. What do you think of that matchup of trying to defend a guy who's quickly emerged this way?
Well, we've had to defend some pretty good ones the past couple of weeks. Guys like that, they're special. You certainly have to account for them. If you blindly go into a game thinking that your vanilla, packages are going to take care of it, you're kidding yourself. I think we all know that. You have to disrupt the timing of the passing game, and that goes with affecting the receivers, affecting their routes, affecting the quarterback, right? Making sure that you make them reestablish that launch point.